Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll discuss top 10 Excel interview questions. Here we go. The first question. What are the most commonly used formulas in Excel for data analysis and how would you use them? You could answer this question like this. There are several commonly used formulas in Excel including sum, average, max, min, count and if. Sum is used to add up range of values. Average calculates the average of a range of values. Max and min find the highest and lowest values in a range. Count counts the number of cells that contain values. If is used to test a condition and return one value if the condition is true and another value if it is false. These formulas are often used in data analysis to quickly summarize and manipulate large sets of data. Next question, can you explain VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP functions in Excel and when would you use them? VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP are lookup functions in Excel that allow you to search for a specific value in a table and return a corresponding value from the same row or column. VLOOKUP searches for a value in the first column of a table and returns a corresponding value from a specified column to the right. HLOOKUP works in the same way but searches for a value in the first row of a table and returns a corresponding value from a specified row below. These functions are commonly used in data analysis to extract specific information from a large table of data. Here we can note that VLOOKUP has a limitation. The lookup value should be at the most left side column in the table array. Next question, how do you create pivot tables in Excel and what are some of the features available within pivot tables? To create a pivot table in Excel, you first need to have a data set with column headers. Then you can perform these steps. Select any cell within the data set, click on Insert tab, click on Pivot Table, select range of data and choose where to place the pivot table. Some of the features available within pivot tables include grouping and filtering data, creating calculated fields, formatting the layout, and creating pivot charts. Pivot tables can also be used to summarize and analyze large data sets. It works by grouping and aggregating data in a flexible way, making it easy to explore the data and identify patterns and trends. Next question, can you explain the difference between absolute and relative cell references in Excel? A relative cell reference refers to a cell in a formula that is based on the relative position of the cell that contains the formula. For example, if you have a formula that refers to cell B2 and you copy the formula to C2, the formula will automatically adjust to refer to cell to C2 instead. An absolute cell reference refers to a fixed cell in a formula that does not change when the formula is copied or moved to another location. Absolute cell references are denoted by adding a $sign before the column letter or row number in the cell reference. Next question, how do you use conditional formatting in Excel and what are some of the options available? Conditional formatting allows you to apply formatting cells based on specific condition or criteria. To use conditional formattings, first select the cells that you want to apply formatting to, click on Format tab and then click on Conditional Formatting. This will open a drop-down menu with various formatting options such as highlighting cells that contain a certain value or that are above or below a certain threshold. Some of the other options available in conditional formatting includes data bars, color scales, and icon sets, which allow you to visualize your data in different ways. What is the purpose of macros in Excel and how would you create and run one? Macros in Excel are used to automate repetitive tasks and can be programmed to execute a series of commands with just one click. To create a macro, first go to the Developer tab and click on the Record Macro button. Then perform the series of actions that you want the macro to execute. Once done, click on the Stop Recording button to save the macro. To run the macro, simply click on the Macros button in the Developer tab, select the macro you want to run and click on the Run button. Macros can save time and reduce errors by automating tasks that would otherwise need to be performed manually. Now, how do you use data validation in Excel and what are some of the options available? Data validation in Excel allows you to restrict the type of data that can be entered into a cell or range of cells. To use data validation, select the cells that you want to apply validation to and go to the Data tab. Click on the Data Validation button and select the type of validation you want to apply, such as restricting entries to a list, a range of values, or a specific data type. Some of the other options available in data validation include setting custom error messages, specifying input restrictions, and creating drop-down menus for data entry. What is the difference between count, COUNTA, COUNTBLANK, and COUNTIF in Excel? These type of questions are often asked in the interviews. So yeah, count function returns the count of numeric cells in a range. COUNTA function counts the non-blank cells in a range. COUNTBLANK function gives the count of blank cells in a range, and COUNTIF function returns the count of values by checking a given condition. What is the index match function and how is it different from VLOOKUP? This is the best alternative available for the VLOOKUP. So yeah, this question is quite relevant and quite asked in the interviews. So you could answer this like this. The index match function is an alternative to VLOOKUP that allows you to look up and retrieve data from a table based on a specific value. It works by using the match function to find the row and column of the value, and then using the index function to return the corresponding value from the table. Index match is often more flexible and efficient than VLOOKUP, especially for large data sets. For example, if you have a table of sales data with product names in column A and sales figures in column B, you could use the following formula to look up the sales figure for a specific product. The formula sample is given here. You can try this. So last but not the least, the interviewer can ask you to create custom formula based on a problem statement, and I'll give you one example for that. Yeah, here's an example and how you could solve it. We have the solution also. So yeah, the problem here states that create a formula that calculates average sales for a particular product in a specific region, but only for sales that meet certain criteria. To answer this question, one needs to demonstrate their knowledge of various Excel functions such as if, SUMIF, VLOOKUP, index match, and others as well, and logical operators like AND, OR, and NOT. One would also need to show how they could use this function and operators together to create a formula that solves a specific problem. Okay, that's it. Thank you. Please like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more such content.